everyone. It's so good to see everyone's faces. I'm Linda Donor, the concierge for the Tahitian Paradise Singles Cruise happening in February. We've got a very full cruise coming for Singles Travel International. And I think we've got about, 27, maybe 28 with me. We've got quite a few and they're still coming. So what I'd like everyone to do is if you could just say your name and where you're from, we'll get this party started. Who wants to start? And just unmute yourself before you do.
Annapolis, Maryland.
Thanks, Mike.
Helen Barton. Helen Barton, New York, New Jersey area.
Hi, Helen. Renee.
Renee Millison from Madison, Mississippi.
Nice to meet you. Mark.
Mark Haas from outside Philadelphia.
Great. Manya, you want to go?
She's muted.
Okay. Bill, you want to go?
I'm Bill. I'm from Castle Rock, Colorado.
Woohoo! I'm from Denver. Good job.
That I noticed.
Who else is unmuted? Lisa? You know, we can't hear you, Lisa. I don't know why we can't hear you. Okay, who else wants to go? Who's unmuted? We got a lot of people muted. Somebody want to unmute themselves and introduce themselves?
Okay, I'll introduce.
No.
Excuse me.
Go ahead, Randy.
Susan Anderson from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hi, Susan. Okay, Randy, go ahead.
Hi, and I'm Randy Smith from South Point, Ohio.
All right.
I'm Susan from Orange County, California.
Hey, Susan. I've seen you on our events before. You've been on some of our events. Yeah. Good to see you. Who hasn't?
I'm Sam. Sam, am I still unmuted? Muted?
You know, you're there, but we can't see your face.
Oh, well, that's on the thing. I'm Sam from Villanova, outside of Philadelphia.
All right. Hey, Karen.
And I'm on
Karen.
my smartphone, so I'm not holding it in front of my face the whole time.
Okay. All right, Karen, go ahead.
I'm Karen Price from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. Darlene, you want to go?
I'm Darlene from Leominster, Mass.
All right. I used to live in Boston. Joe or Manya? Mercedes?
Joe
Ralph?
Person from Albuquerque.
And you go by Bill?
That's
Joe.
Joe.
Okay, because your name.
Yeah, how you doing, Sam?
Good, Joe. Good. Glad you're on the trip.
All right. Who hasn't gone yet?
Ron Moskal from Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Ron. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Is that everybody who wants to introduce themselves? Okay, we can do the rest when we get to Tahiti. Anybody else? Okay. All right, we can do the rest when we get to Tahiti. Okay, so let's get started. As I mentioned, we have a lot of things to cover. So I want to make sure that I get through it all. I'll try to get it all together in an hour. And I'm really pleased with the amount of usage we had on the chat. For those of you who did use the chat, it was, you guys were really active, probably most active I've seen on most of our trips. And I want to make sure everyone understands the chat function, because there were a lot of questions that weren't being answered by Single Travel International. And the reason being is that we don't really monitor that very often, because the chat was created for you, for the members, so that you could get to know each other, figure out when your flights are coming in so you can do your rides together, excursions, a lot of the things that you had been doing. And so that's great that you had been doing all that. If you have a logistical question or anything that's really important that you need an answer from Singles Travel International, please come to either service@singlestravelintl.com, the 877-765-6874, and I'll put those in the chat for you. Or if you have the concierge number, contact them. And the reason why we want you to do that is because we have the most up-to-date information. All right, so we're going to make sure that we are going to give you what's up to date and in a timely fashion. So for those of you who are asking questions on the chat and we're getting answers, and thank you, Mark, man of the people, as we like to call him. Appreciate the help with all of that. But just going forward, we just want to make sure that everybody is going through the right channels to get the answers that they're looking for. Okay, so just wanted to say that. But really great job on the excursion stuff. It looks like a lot of you are doing some of the same excursions. And let me just get this in here on there so you guys have it, so everybody has it. And does everybody know how to use the chat function here on Zoom?
I don't
Yes.
think I do.
Okay, if you take your mouse and go to the bottom, there's going to be a pop-up on the very bottom, like a black bar, and there's a little chat thing. You just click on the chat thing. You see it?
I think that's it.
Find it?
Hello?
Got it? Ralph, you got it?
Yeah, I can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. we
Okay,
can.
hi, I'm Ralph from Hope Sound, Florida.
Hi, welcome.
Did you hear that?
We sure did.
Okay, I didn't know, I didn't have the thing, I had it muted and I didn't realize that. And I wasn't on chat either, but
No worries.
I have a
Sure.
question later on, Linda, as we get going, when we get to the
Yeah.
question
So
part.
that actually gives me a really good segue there. So some of these questions that you're asking, Karen, I'll get back to you on as we get through this. Okay.
Yep.
So as I go through this, I'm going to go through and probably answer almost every question that you may have. If you don't have your question answered, we'll talk about it at the end. But as we're talking through each section, please feel free to ask questions. But if it's a question that doesn't pertain to what I'm talking about, it will parking lot it because it may come up later. Okay. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So did everybody receive the final vacation details? If you did
Mhm.
not, I need to hear about it. I need to hear a no, I did not, and tell me your name. Everybody got it? Got details where, okay, I'm going to show you where you can get, so if you didn't get the email with the information, I'm going to show you where you can find it. And this is for every single trip that we take, okay? So I'm going to go there and share my screen. Give me 1 second. Got it right here. So first I'm going to show everybody. I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, so this is our singles travel INTL site. The way you start, you always have to be logged in. Okay, why am I not? Oh, because I have to go to my. You always need to be logged in. Why am I?
There they are.
That's the, but I want to show everybody where to find them. Okay. So it's, so you go to singlestravelintl.com. And then you're going to log in. You should all have a login since you've been, signed up for a trip. Because if you don't log in, you're not going to find most of what I'm going to show you, specifically the chat and the final vacation details. 1 second. Okay. So then you won't see this. This is just mine. I'm special. Okay. Then at the top, you're going to find the trip. Hang on. Sorry. Go to cruises. And we're going to go to Tahiti because that's where we're going. And then we're going to scroll down. It comes up. And we'll scroll down. And these are all the things. I mean, when you signed up for the trip, you probably saw a lot of this stuff. We're not going to go through it all. But when you scroll to the bottom, it says your travel documents. Right here at the bottom, there's like a little blue bar. You can click right onto that. And that's going to bring up the final vacation details. And there are 2 ways that you should be getting this. The first is you should have been emailed 21 days, at least 21 days prior to the trip. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over this. We're not going to go over everything, but we're going to go over a lot of it because I know there's a lot of questions specifically about the COVID testing. And I've tried to put it easy format so everybody can understand and know what needs to be done. But in the meantime, that's where you find the final vacation details for every single trip. Okay, are there any questions about where to find this? Okay, the second thing I want to show you, and if I'm going too fast, just tell me to slow down. The other thing that I want to show everybody, so for those who were not on the chat, this is a really great way, like I said, to socialize. So the trip chat, you get on the trip chat and you can see, look at all the people that were, there's a lot of communication here. It was really awesome. Okay, I'm going through it. We're not going to go through it. You can just take a look at it. But this is where you talk to people and find out when they're coming in, what excursions they're taking. Those are the type of things, more socializing than anything. Okay. You can also find FAQs, which a lot of the answers that people were asking could be found, possibly be found here. Okay, so let's go back to the final vacation details here. Okay, let me just make sure I'm going through my notes, talk about the questions. Okay. When you look through the final vacation details, this really will tell you everything, almost everything that you need to know or do before the trip. So we even have a checklist. And again, I'm not going to go through this checklist. I want you to do it. We're going to go through a lot of this, but I'm not going to go through this. I'm going to kind of go through the document. So this is really important. Your passport has to be valid within the last 6 months. If it's not right now, you're in a little bit of trouble because they won't let you into the whatever country you're going to. So hopefully you saw this and check your passports, make sure they're valid within at least the last 6 months. If not, then contact us at service at Singles Travel INTL and we'll help you through that. But hopefully everybody does. You have to have your actual vaccination card. They do not want copies. You will need that specifically to get on board. Now, here's the big elephant in the room. And I'm going to go through this right off the bat. And one of the things that I do want to talk about is kind of our Singles Travel International COVID. It's the rules that we live by. You know, we do have to get COVID tested. We do have to have the vaccines, but we also want to be respectful of everybody. When we're on these trips, some people have more comfort levels than others with regards to COVID and interacting with other people. And we are going to be, you know, a large group together. So we just want to make sure that as my role of creating life-changing experiences, making sure that everybody's having fun, making sure we're doing things together, I also am going to support you for COVID-19 safe environment. Okay. So, you know, we've been hearing it for 2 years. Wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart. You know, there's going to be opportunities when we're not going to be able to do that. So one of the things that the ship is trying to do is make sure that we are, you know, testing pretty frequently. You know, we just got back from the New Year's cruise. A few people were on the sailboat and we were on the bigger cruise. And they didn't test it all during. And there were some people on the cruise, not our group, on the cruise that, you know, got COVID. But they kept us informed and everything was fine, especially with our group, because we stayed very respectful of the rules. We masked when we were supposed to. And the rules on the ship is when you're inside, you will have to be masked. And that's the same thing in Tahiti when we're at the hotel. When we're inside, we will need to be masked. If we can't be socially distanced, we will need to be masked. Okay. So I just want to make sure that we're all respectful of everybody else and everybody else's comfort levels. Okay. So that's kind of a big thing. But the biggest thing is that we enjoy ourselves, that we're comfortable, and please ask questions. If you're not comfortable or you have questions about anything with regard to what's happening, that's what I'm there for. Okay. All right. Any questions about that?
So Linda, what you're saying on the ship and the hotel, inside you wear the mask, outside you don't have to wear the mask.
No, you do not have to, unless we can't be unless we're in a big group, then we're going to be masked. But yes,
Outside?
Outside, if we can't be socially distant, right? Okay.
No, okay, never mind.
Yeah, we can talk about this offline if you want to. Okay. Okay, with regards to COVID testing, I put together a really handy dandy little PowerPoint, because that's what I used to do in my last life, PowerPoint, to help us understand this, because it took me days to figure this out. So I want to make sure everybody's very clear on what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and our suggestions on how it has to be done, should be done. Okay. So we have to have COVID testing for the flight, and we have to have COVID testing when we get into Tahiti, when we get off, go through customs. That was new to me. And when we board the cruise ship. Okay. So it's going to sound confusing, but I'm going to pull it all together for you. So bear with me here. So from the flight from LAX to Tahiti, we have to have a negative COVID PCR test. It's a PCR test or antigen test. You just have to have a negative test within 24 hours. Our flight is at 4:15. So it must be when we check in, you have to have the negative, but it's got to be timed 24 hours from 4:15. Okay.
And that all can be done at the airport, correct?
We're going to go through that in a second. Yep, absolutely. Yep. Just so you know that the time changes it's 2 hours Pacific time, 3 hours Mountain time behind. We're ahead. So we're 2 hours ahead for Pacific, 3 hours Mountain, 4 hours Central, and 5 hours for Eastern. Okay, that's going to be important when you're figuring out your timing and when you're going to get your test. But here's the caveat. The antigen test will not be accepted in Tahiti. If you choose to do the antigen test, they will make you do a PCR test at the airport, and it's going to cost, I think it was over $50. Okay? Because they need it within 2 days.
I read that it was $250.
Was it that much? It was some.
Yeah.
I didn't do the math, but yes, Susan, it's probably more than what I was thinking. It's expensive when there's another way around it.
Okay.
It's just it's expensive. So I'm trying to get us away from doing these two things and showing you how, as Helen said, you can do it at the airport. So on top of those two things, what you need to do when we're boarding, we also need a 3-day PCR test that needs to be so 3 days from boarding. And I'll talk a little bit more about this because there's been some confusion about timing, but I got this confirmed 3 times, and I feel very confident that this is the way it's going to be. So you got 24 hours, you've got 2 days, and you've got 3 days. So what do? The best and easiest option is to get your COVID-19 PCR test at the airport. And you can do that either on 2/16 or 2/17, depending on when you're flying in. Okay. Now,
That's all the tests you need to get on the ship.
Yep, and on the plane. That's all you
Okay.
need to do with the plane and the ship.
If
Right.
you're doing it on 2/16, it has to be late in the day, because when I spoke with the people at the ship, I was told that they are not saying 3 days, they are saying 72 hours. And between the time change or the time difference,
So Helen-
2/16, it didn't work. I had to change mine to the morning of 2/17 to be within those 72 hours.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
just,
probably a good idea.
okay. I just spoke to somebody today. Now you got to go with your comfort level, but I just spoke to 3 people today, a vice president, and then 2 people who work at the cruise line. All 3 told me the same thing, that if it's dated on the 16th, it will be valid. Now, again, you need to do what your comfort level is. And Helen, I know we're hearing from different people.
Totally frustrating.
It is. Oh, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to give you your, what I heard, but you've got to do your comfort level. I know some people are saying, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the 17th in the morning. And
It's
that's
already
good.
changed. I'm not changing it
No,
back.
no, absolutely.
As much as I'd like to sleep in that morning, I'm
Yeah,
not
and there's
changing it.
there's no reason to, right? But I'm just giving those who haven't set up their appointments yet, that this is what I was told. Now, to be on the safe side, Helen, you're probably right. Like 2:17 in the morning, that if you can do that, that's probably the safe side, right? But I just want to give people options. Go ahead.
So if it was done at 2:16, it would have to be after 4:15 p.m. Pacific time?
That's not what I was told. I was told it can be just dated 2:16.
Or
If you're not-
anytime 2:16.
That's what I was told. The later, the better. That's what they told me. 3 people. I want to say, I didn't take one person's word for it. I got an email and then I called 2 other people, 2 different people in the
Must
same.
be dated no later.
So 2/16, so you can't do it on 2/15. So your options, so if at home, you can find a test that gives you results by 2/17, then you're all set. But again,
Probably
your
just
best
better getting
bet-
at the airport at
Correct,
2:17.
Sam. That is what we are recommending for everybody, is just get it at the airport. Probably 2/17 if you're more comfortable, but if you're not flying into 2/17, that you'd have to kind of figure out the timing. Okay. So if you are flying in on the 17th, you can schedule now. For those of you who scheduled a 1 hour, I was told they got rid of those. You may have gotten an email saying that they're not available anymore. What they do have for the same price is a 90-minute. Not that big of a difference, just a half an hour. But that is what we were told, that people were getting emails, including Tammy, that they've discontinued. And I talked to somebody. They discontinued the 60 and now it's a 90. So you can do that on, this is if you're flying in on the 17th, depending on when you get in. So you can do that on the 17th. And you can do a 3 to 5 hour also on the 17th. But again, your timing has to be right because you have to be able to check in with a negative PCR. Okay. You can go.
So
on
that's,
to, go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
That thing on the check off about where you register with the airport, that's what that's all about. Is that correct?
That, yeah, hang on, the
I
airport
went through it, but I didn't, when it came to the part about paying for it, I figured I'd wait and find out the right
it
skinny
isn't,
before.
it isn't, and I'm going to go through that as well. I'll show you what that means. That doesn't include this. This is separate. This is a whole separate animal. Okay, this is at your own expense. Separate.
Yeah,
from
I
what
knew.
you did, ETA.
I knew that, but that's 175 is pretty steep. If you go to a local clinic, I think you can get a COVID, get tested for something like between 35 and $50.
Sure,
But
and if
you
you
won't
can,
get the results.
yeah, so that's the problem.
Yeah, you can get, it's the that quick check, what do you call it? The quick, where you get it within 90 minutes.
Well, that's what's confusing,
The
because the
RT-PCR
APR is
test.
different than the quick one used to be, and I don't know.
So what you need to do, Ralph, is you need to make sure that if you're getting whatever test you're getting, and these are just options we're giving people. If you have other options, you're welcome to do it. But you have to make sure that it is an RT-PCR. RT-PCR, right? And so if you can find that cheaper and it gets you the test when you need it, you're welcome to do that. Because there's just some options that we have.
I just want to make sure that qualifies, or that
as long as
if you
it's
get
an
it,
RT-PCR.
right, okay.
And you have it in time. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 options at the airport. And then if you want to do this at home on the 16th, because I'm doing something different. Because I test all the time. So for me, it's not a big deal for me to do 2 or 3 tests because it's free and I do it all the time anyway. I'm a big tester because I'm around a lot of people. Okay, so that's if you're flying in on 2/17. If you're flying on or before 2/16, it's similar, but now if you feel comfortable, you can go on the 16th to get your test. Okay, but that's up to you. That is your discretion. That is your comfort level. Yeah.
Anytime during the day on the 16th, Linda, is that correct?
That is what I was told.
It could be before
that
4:15.
That is what
Okay.
for 3 people told
All
me.
right.
Again, it's your comfort level. If you are not
Yep.
comfortable with that, then don't do it on the 16th. Okay. I am comfortable with that. Because the people I talked to,
Well,
I felt very comfortable.
I'm going to try it. Yeah. I'm going to be in California a couple of days before we take off for the trip. So I was going to have it done out there.
Yeah. So it's again, it's whatever you feel comfortable doing. And then if you want to find a place near the hotel, you're welcome to do that as well. But that, again, that's what I found out, that it's just dated the 16th. Again, if you're not comfortable with that, then do it on the 17th. Okay.
Yep.
Any other questions about this?
So as long as it's dated on the 16th and you're flying on the 17th, it's not by the hour. It's just has to be done the day before.
Yep. They said that it's too hard for them to have to figure out the timing, and it's by the day. If you can get it later in the day, that's going to be better for you. Bill, did you have a question?
I just wanted to state that Terminal 6 has later appointment times than Terminal 2 did.
And that's good to know. We are in Terminal 2. We're in the what's it called? Who can help me out? What's the name of our terminal? The international terminal. But 6 it's a little bit further, but if you've got time, why not?
Well, yeah, I made my appointment. I get in at 2, and I think I made my appointment between 5 and 5:30
On
in
the 16th?
Terminal 6.
On the 16th, Bill?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Mark?
So no, the actual terminal we go out of is the international terminal. It's
Right.
not Terminal 2 or Terminal 6 or whatever. It's the international terminal.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tom
Okay.
Bradley.
Tom Bradley, that's what I was thinking. I have so many names in my head of airports, I couldn't remember. It's the Tom Bradley Airport, yeah.
Linda, if I'm
Mhm.
taking the test on the 17th at 12:30 at the airport, I'm okay?
Which one are you taking, the 90-minute or the 3 to 5 hour?
Whatever I'm taking is with Tammy like a half hour early. It's the
Oh,
one.
is this Ron? I don't see your face. Ron, yeah, we got you covered. Ron, Sam, Susan, we are going to put you on the 90-minute on the 17th. We're just
Yeah,
going to change
that's
it
the
from.
easiest solution.
Yep,
It is. It is the easiest solution.
yep, I
No
agree.
taking
So,
required.
Yep, just do it the 90-minute on the 17th.
Linda?
Yeah.
Yeah, Linda, if push comes to shove and I have to get it at the airport, where you're talking now, like these people are already signed up, where in the airport do I get this shot?
So there's
I get
Terminal
this
2,
test.
there's Terminal 2 and Terminal 6. When
But
you
you have
go,
Oh, either one, 2 or
when you go-
6, okay.
hang on, when you go and sign up, because you have to sign up at claritymb.com, which is right there on the screen.
Right,
You'll go
right.
and sign up there, and that will tell you, you get to pick where you're going to do it, which terminal.
Oh, okay, all right.
You'll
And that's
make
the
an
one that
appointment.
cost $199. It's a 90-minute test, right?
Correct.
90-minute for results.
Yep, and yes, and you
Okay.
have to have an appointment. You must have an
You
appointment.
have to sign up ahead of time, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and probably if you went to the Tahitian airline gate or the ticket counter, if you
Yeah.
had a problem, they may be able to help you.
Okay,
Everybody's in.
thank you.
Okay.
And it's a funny name, right? It's Tahitian NAI or something like
NUI.
that.
Yeah, Tahitian New, I think is the way it.
NUI, yep.
Air Tahiti Nui.
Nui.
Nui, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn their language, and it's not I'm not doing very well.
Yeah, it's a nice airline. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they're supposed to have brand new planes. New planes.
Yeah, they are
nice.
fairly. Yeah, they are fairly new.
Yeah.
Yes,
They're beautiful. I
Yeah.
was looking online. Okay.
and they smell wonderful.
Okay, so lastly, if for some reason, I don't know what, if there's a reason maybe you're coming in later on the 17th and you're not able to get your test on either the 16th or the 17th before you fly. So like if you have your test to get on the airline and you don't have your PCR test, we have options in Tahiti, but that's only if you, for whatever reason, you should be able to, if everyone's flying in before the time we told you, I think noon on the 17th, you should be able to get that 90-minute test in time. Okay. But
And if you don't have it, they'll let you on a plane and you can get it in Tahiti. Is that what you're saying?
we can. It's expensive, and but I do have options for you.
They're going to lock
Okay.
you in the lab when you go over.
They're gonna,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, these
Just-
are some additional
just kidding,
requirements
just
that
kidding, just kidding.
Ralph, you had asked about. So for those of you, I think most of you have filled out the ETIS health form, because I know there was a lot of discussion about that $48 of the CFP francs. So that we will be testing again when we get into Tahiti. This is a self-test, and I'm in the process of getting all the information around that. So I don't want anybody to have to worry about it. We will be there to help. Many of you have done it with me already before, but we will be doing that when we get to the airport. It's a self-test.
Linda,
Yeah.
the ETIS charge is actually about $115 or $5 because
No,
we
it's
come
not.
from the US.
Wait, Renee,
That's what I was
Renee,
charged.
I want to hear where are you getting that information, and why do you think it's that much?
Because that's what I was charged, because coming
And
from
they
the US,
they
we are a
overcharge
red.
you.
Wait,
coming
wait,
from the
Renee,
US, we are a red country and they charged us 1,200 CFPs.
I only got charged the 5,000 as well.
I only got
Okay,
All
charged.
no,
right,
I was
okay, Renee,
charged.
okay, wait, Renee, you and I will talk offline.
I think it
Okay.
had to do with if you were vaccinated or not vaccinated.
No, like I said,
No,
it had to do
okay,
with coming from the
okay.
US being a red country.
Renee, I'm gonna take a note. We're gonna talk about this after, okay?
Okay.
Because yeah,
I
I
want to interject. Hello?
yeah.
I was also charged $113 for the ETIS form.
okay, I'm not seeing who's.
This
who's
is
speaking.
Darlene.
Darlene, thank you, Darlene. Okay,
I as well, yeah.
okay, anybody else that I need to? Because I know ours was only the
That means
5,000.
you would charge 12,000 francs rather than 5,000.
Okay,
Yes,
we'll talk about,
because-
we'll talk
Yeah,
about
just
that after.
because the
Yeah.
US is considered a red country, we've got so much COVID that they charged
Correct.
us 12,000.
Okay,
That's correct.
we'll go over it with the two of you because I know we only got charged the 5,000. Okay, so we'll go over that with you.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so we've got the COVID testing when we land in Tahiti, and then in the middle of the cruise, about day 4, we're going to have another test administered. I'll have more information on that. And then when we get back into the US, we have to have another test. Okay, so we'll have more information. I don't want to overload everybody because I don't want to confuse everybody with what we need to do to get into the country. But just know that right now, the money that we spent on the ETIS takes care of the first 2. And then I believe we have to pay for the third because that's something out of the cruise. That's how we have to get back to the US. So we will have more information. Okay.
Do you
So
know if the COVID test they're mailing to us free would work to come back so I can just pack it?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does not.
Don't think it's a bad idea, though.
Well, we'll always have tests. I mean, I always bring tests too. I would always, if you have them, bring them. It's just nice to have. But no, it does not. Okay.
Linda, on the TIS, the last form, one of the form, I was filling it out, but not dating it. It had put your name down and then it said born on, and then after that, date of birth. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Question is born on. I was teased by my brother and sister that I was born on a stump.
Yeah, were you born in a hospital? No, you know what? I'm not sure.
That might be what the city where you were born, but I doubt it.
I
But it had
thought
dates.
country possibly.
Tammy
Yeah.
just said that some of this stuff got lost in translation when they translated French to English.
Yeah.
So I just left that repetitive or that redundant question blank on the second line.
It's kind of what Sam does with the fit and willing to travel form. Sam always says, this is repetitive. I'm not answering it. So he doesn't, which is fine. Okay. All right, everybody. So are we clear? I mean, I can go back and you can take photos, or I can talk to you offline, but is everybody, Helen, you have more questions? You're shaking your head. Yes or no? No question.
Linda, could you have a chance? Could you put your number up again, please? I wasn't able to copy when you had that before.
It's in the details.
I'll show you where it is. So in this form that I showed you how to get, it's right there, and it's it's in here like 3 or 4 times. But you see it right there. You want to write it down?
Yeah. Okay. I saw that. Oh, that's the same. It says though not to contact you until after February 17th. So I thought it might have been a different number that you put up just a few minutes ago.
I'm telling you right now, you can contact me if you want to.
24/7.
Okay.
Sam.
All right. Thank you.
That came from Sam. That didn't come from me. Sam, wait, Sam, what's your number? Wait, Sam, what's your number?
999 9999.
All right.
The old movie number.
Okay, so that's how what's happening now. If you have any further questions after this call, reach out to, and what I'd say is reach out first to the 877 service and then me. And that service number is, I think Karen, you asked the question, it is looked at every single day. So if you're not getting questions answered, then reach out to me. Okay, that's where I will give you permission to go ahead and reach out to me. But my birthday's coming up and I'm going on a ski vacation, so I may not be available. All right.
So Linda, pretty much passport, vaccination card, credit cards, and money. And then when you get to LA, we can figure the rest of this stuff out pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk to you about the test.
Because I did check in with the ship, and that was the same stuff that I checked in with you guys.
Right. There was something about check-in and it didn't make any sense to me. So what we'll do is if you send me your phone number, we'll either send you an email or I can text people. It just helps me to have that.
Linda, I have a question.
Yeah.
This is Darlene. So you say you have to have the original vaccination card. In Massachusetts, we're able to download that vaccination on our phone.
Yeah,
Will they take that? Or do I have to bring the original?
They're saying they want the original. Now, when we get
Okay.
there, they may go, oh yeah, we didn't need the original, but they're saying it, so I wouldn't take any chances.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. I'll just do it both. That's fine. I
Yeah.
just,
'Cause I have it
asking.
as well. I have it for Colorado as well.
All right,
Can
thank
I
you.
ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
For the vaccination cards, et cetera, they want you to have proof of insurance. And the proof of insurance, they said they want $500,000 in emergency travel insurance. My policy only allows me $250,000. Is that going to be a problem?
I don't think they ask for, I'm gonna check on that for you, Helen.
It's on your paperwork that they
Right.
wanted that.
Right, but I don't know if I think they just check to make sure you have travel insurance.
Have to have a policy.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm gonna double check that for you, okay?
Thank you.
I had the same question.
I checked with the ship and they don't require travel insurance. So whose requirement is that?
Well, I know Singles Travel International requires it, but I thought that the ship did too, but we definitely do. And we always have. But but this 500,000 max, I just have to check on that for you.
Okay, because I have an annual policy and I've got the best one that they offered. And whereas it's 50,000 in medical, it's only 250,000 in travel.
Same with me.
Okay. Okay, I will check that for you.
Travel
Okay.
insurance.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we talked about where you can make your appointments. We talked about the ETIS. Here's a lot of people were asking the information about the flights. So this is also on your final vacation details. So here are the flights from LA to Tahiti. I mean, to Tahiti. Here's where it is. The 500,000 emergency evacuation. So you're saying you only have the 250. Okay.
Mine's only offering me 250. I can't get more.
Yeah, STI has one that works for the whole year. That's 500.
Well, that's what I have, but it's not their policy. It's a different company that I've always used, and that's what Allianz offers.
Okay.
No,
All
it's
right,
AIG.
I'll get that answer for you. And
okay.
I can't see it's going to be a problem because it hasn't been. I mean, we've had this before and it hasn't been a problem.
Since
Okay.
we're talking about the flights to and from Tahiti, you've obviously made the reservations for all of us for the Tahiti flight. We don't have any way that I know of downloading a boarding pass, getting a seat until we get to the airport on that day, correct?
Well, you will be getting information about the flight beforehand. You should be getting information before the flight. And yes, we get our seats once we get there. We get all that information once we get there. But yeah, once all the paperwork goes through, and it's just I've been in contact with PME and Kimberly, and we just don't have any of it yet to give to you.
Okay.
Okay, but seats are going to be done at the airport.
Yeah, you can go on their website and join the frequent flyer program, but I'm not sure how much good that'll do you.
Oh.
But you never know.
They must code share with somebody.
That's right. That's true. I haven't even looked at that. That's a good point. Okay, so this is also, go ahead. What question?
Excuse me, Linda, I have a question about the vaccination before we get too far ahead with other topics.
Mm-hmm.
If you have, okay. I read it over several times, but I still find it a little ambiguous. I had my Moderna shots. I had the first one in March and the second one in April. Then I had a booster in October. Do I need another shot now?
Nope.
No, I think you're good.
I'm good. Okay.
Yep. Nope. You're good.
That 6 month thing. That's what threw me. I couldn't.
Yeah. Nope.
Wasn't quite sure of that.
October, November, December, January, February. You're good. Me too.
Okay.
Linda.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but this is Shirley. Can I ask a quick question about the flights?
Yes.
In the video that was put out by Tammy, as far as our return flight, it said 102. And that's what I put on my EDIS form. Is that going to be a problem?
No, it won't. No,
Okay.
because I think
Thank you.
most people didn't have the number either, so I think it's fine.
I
There's only
guess
one flight in
they
and out
took it,
anyway.
so.
Yeah, there's only one flight in and out, so we're fine.
Okay, thank you.
Did somebody else have a question?
Yeah, they changed the flight about 2 months ago. So the original flight left later than the one we have now.
So yeah, it won't be a problem. Did anybody else have a question? Okay. Okay, mandatory. Go ahead. I keep hearing this background. Mandatory, fit and willing to travel commitment form. This is a couple of things that we need this for. One is so that you have agreed to our COVID-19 safe protocols, okay? And we do this, you know, a lot, airlines make you do it. There's a lot of places that make you do this. But it also gives us a chance to get to know you better. So it gives us your flight information. It tells us things you're interested in doing. So I do need everybody to fill this out online. If you don't, we're going to have to do it when we see each other, and it's just more paperwork. So for everybody's sake, well, for my sake, if everyone could just make sure they're filling this out, and that this clicks right into it. Okay, it's pretty easy to fill out, and then you just go ahead and fill the form out. Okay. Now let's see if I can get back. I have this bar up top that I don't know how to get rid of.
Back arrow at the top there on the left.
Where?
Or look at the
Top
PDF
left.
up.
Right here. There we go.
PDF.
Back
Thank
arrow.
you. Got it. Thank you. Okay. So fit and willing, great. Check in. It does say to complete check-in. Now again, I don't think we need to do anything. Oh, this is with the Paul Gauguin. So this is for the cruise line. You're requested to call the cruise line, provide your reservation number. If you don't have your reservation number, just watch this video and Tammy shows you exactly how to find it. Okay.
You know, I did that on Saturday, and the lady there was very helpful. I just, for some reason, she just knew with the name and the date and whatever, and it worked out.
Cool.
I called and they never heard of me.
Same with me. They never heard of me either. So.
Yeah, and they said they didn't want anything or need anything. I was very baffled by that procedure.
Well, she told me I wasn't supposed to call up on Saturday, but then she let me do it anyhow. I got it all in there.
They need no information in advance, no passport, no nothing.
Okay. Let me just follow up on that one too.
They took all of my information when I called to make the reservation for the excursions.
Well, when I called to make reservations for the excursion, they never heard of me. My room was in the name of another person. So I'm quite concerned.
Don't worry about that. That happens sometimes on these things.
Wait, and I'm sorry, because I'm sharing my screen, I can't see who's talking. Who just said that? Who just mentioned that?
That was me.
Karen. Okay, Karen.
Karen Price. Karen, yes. The ship doesn't hear of me. Air Tahiti doesn't hear of me. I call, I do everything, and I'm getting nowhere.
Okay, Karen. All right, Karen, I'm going to put you on as a follow-up on that one too. Somebody else said that they hadn't heard of them.
I did. Randy. I
Randy,
didn't.
okay.
I called and they had no information or anything about
And
me.
I
going.
also had a problem.
I called and
Wait,
they
who's
gave
that?
me.
Manya, we know your situation, Manya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yours is taken care of.
The confirmation number that I was given on the website that Tammy did her video and I.
So Manya, you're freezing up a bit. Just so everybody knows, they've changed systems. So like the flight, they changed numbers. The confirmation numbers have changed.
The confirmation number was wrong, and
Right.
I've asked. Yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah,
it's somebody else.
So Manya, we got you taken care of. So I'll be in touch with you. I've been working with Tammy. We got that taken care of.
Okay.
Okay. Besides Karen and Harold, Randy, who else? Okay. Again, trust me, you're there. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll find out. I'm not worried about it at all. I know we'll take care of it. But I'm glad we're having this call. to make sure that we got everything done. Okay, shore excursions, I'm not going to go into detail here.
I was working with Tammy.
Who's that? I can't hear. I'm sorry. I cannot.
I
see
was
who-
working with Tammy, but she's on vacation now, so I don't think it got.
Is that
fixed.
is that Manya still?
Yeah, that was Manya.
Yeah, Manya, I'm taking care of it. Trust me.
Yeah, sorry, Tammy, about it.
It's because I've been working with Tammy on it. So don't worry. Please trust us. It's going to work out. I'm sorry, Manya, keep freezing, so we can't. I am not hearing you. Do you want to put it? You want to send me a text or send me an email? Okay, I'm going to keep going because Manya, I can't. I'm not.
The
able to hear.
recording has stopped.
Oh.
Oh, now I can hear you.
That's what you're recording. Why is the recording stopped? Okay, hang on a second. I wonder if no.
This meeting is being recorded. Being recorded.
Uh-oh.
So,
What's going on?
so Linda,
Yeah.
it looked like there were options for dining in different rooms on the ship.
Yep. Can you give me a second, Sam? I'll get to that. I have to mute everybody. I'm sorry. This is okay. So Sam, wait. Why is Maya sharing her screen? Yes. Okay. Okay. Can everybody still hear me? Just nod your head. Okay. Sorry about that. We're gonna have little glitches. Hang on a second. I need to stop sharing my screen. Okay. All right. So Sam, I will get to the dining options in a minute. Okay. But let's talk a little bit about the shore excursions. I'm not going to go into detail because many of you have already started to do these things, but just know that these are the shore excursion links are on your final vacation details. We've got a lot of what is going on here? Oh my gosh, this is so funny. It's not funny. Hang on a second. I'm so
Back
sorry.
here.
We're having some technical difficulties. Give me a second. One second. Sorry about this, folks. Okay. So let me start sharing again. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So you can go on to the link on the final vacation details and you can see the different excursions. It gives you all the details. And then you actually can go and call them directly to book your flights. And this is saying maximum of 1 excursion per day, but I know some of you had said they signed up for more. So what I was told is that it's 1 excursion per day. And then when we get to the ship, then you can sign up for more. So if you do want to do more than 1 a day, that's where the options are. A lot of good stuff, a lot of really great stuff. Okay, here's group dining. So there's the main dining room that we will always have, place to eat. And then there are 2 other options, La Veranda and La Grill. And what we'll do is and these are all free, it's all part of the package. When we get to the ship, I'll have or when I do my meeting that I always do, my welcome meeting, we'll have sign up sheets. So you can sign up for specific nights that you want to eat there. Okay. Sam, did they answer your question?
Are the other restaurants large enough for the entire group?
Mm-hmm.
So rather
we'd have to split up, but we'd be able to eat there.
So possibly rather than a sign up sheet, we all say tonight we're going to go and we all go as a group if it's large enough.
If we want to. Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah, we want to. Now, what's cool is that pgccruises.com. I'm just not sure if I can get back to where I am now. Is a really great, it's a great site if you haven't been onto it yet. But it shows you the ship, it shows you the restaurants, it shows you what's included. It's a really great resource to use. Okay. Some of you are already using the VIP assistance. We're at the meet and greet. So let me just kind of go through this real quickly. We got stuff online. So this is all stuff that you can read on your own because we'll go over a lot of it in our welcome. Travel emergency, that helps us, or if you have, I'm sorry, travel day emergency for when we're on the ship. Airport stuff. Hang on a second. So when we get to the airport in LAX, I know some people are getting in the 16th, some of the 17th. But what I was thinking is I'm going to pop myself or Tammy will be there around 1. And what I was thinking is if everybody wants to check in with us, just come in and say hi. And then we'll have a bar picked out that everybody can congregate. I think that might be easier than everybody just going to a bar and then coming. It just would make me more comfortable knowing everybody's there. So if everyone's comfortable with that, just come to the gate, say hello, and then go meet everybody else for whatever, food, drinks. Bill, did you have a question? Your hand's raised again.
Well, the flight is at 1, is at 4, excuse me.
4:15, yeah.
Right, so I mean, we really don't need to check in as early as 1 o'clock. I mean, I suppose we can if we want to.
Right, I'm just saying if somebody gets their test done and they want to come into the terminal, you know, it's just an option for people, absolutely. But definitely we'll all meet at the gate, you know, to board together, okay? Baggage, this is all it's just a lot of stuff that we just kind of keep in for you. We got transfer to the hotel, that's included. The hotel information is gorgeous. If you haven't seen it, it is beautiful. We've been through all that. I'm not going to go through that again. We do have a Jeep safari on that first or the second day. Question?
How big is the ship?
336 passengers and about 600-ish, 550, 600 people total.
Do we know how full the ship is going to be? If
You
they're
know,
sold?
that's a great question. And I have a plan to call them tomorrow to ask them a couple of other just logistical questions. I will ask that question as well. I don't know.
A lot of you made excursion confirmations already?
Made reservations, but they can be changed once you get on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ron, the best bet is to go on the chat and find, because a lot of people put what they're doing on the chat.
Yeah.
And then you can get an idea of what people are doing. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes, I made mine.
Yeah, a lot of people have. So
I
what we're
signed
gonna
up for the picnic.
okay, so you guys can talk about that on the chat. We've got about 4 minutes. I'm going to try and get through this quickly. So what we're doing, instead of doing our weekly program, because for those of you who travel with me to the Caribbean, we changed it constantly. So now we're going to a daily, just because of with everything going on. I'm just more comfortable with a daily. So please keep an eye on this, although I will give you a daily once we get into Tahiti, so you'll know. But we do have that safari that's happening on the first day we get into Tahiti. So we're flying on the 17th. We get in late, and then the next morning we're doing our Jeep safari. That's an all-day thing. And then we will have our happy hour and then dinner that night. And again, that's all details to be determined once we get into Tahiti. So, but again, the thing I like about this is it kind of gives you an idea of at least what we're doing the first couple of days. Okay. So I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail on that.
But on the 18th, it's not a dinner that is supplied by STI.
No, that is
right
on your own. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I do is I give, here's where we're meeting. If you want to join us, you're welcome to. But if you have friends that you want to go dinner with, of course, that's, on your own. You're welcome to do that. Now, I don't know if anybody saw this, but because this is a President's Club, Tammy, our president of Fun and Adventure, is adding $200 to every person's credit on board. $200. Okay. This is something she doesn't do, right? I know it's for fun and excitement. But this is something she doesn't do for every cruise, but because it's a thank you from her, she wanted to thank all of you. So want to make sure everybody was aware of that.
So that would be toward our excursions or drinks or what?
whatever you care to do. But
Whatever.
what's nice about this ship is that
Drinks are free.
drinks are included.
Well, there's a few caveats in there, but you
Well,
never know.
it's select. It says select drinks, select beer, wines, and spirits. But for the most part, yes. So if you do have something over and above, then yes, that $200 can go towards whatever you choose. So yeah, what's included, and I think I have that on here too. But so on board, the currency is US, but when we're in Tahiti, it's the CFP franc. And you can go to xe.com, but I have an app that I've downloaded. There's a lot of apps out there. I use global currency is what I use. So that'll help you a lot when you're in Tahiti, and when you're on the islands. But on board, it's US, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay.
Well, you're better off with credit, all these places, except they probably all take credit cards, right?
They do, right? I mean, when I was on the islands in the Caribbean, I brought a ton of money and I didn't use any of it. So,
Depending on your
okay.
credit card, you could have a foreign transaction fee.
True. Got to watch for that.
Well,
too.
you got to have a better card.
Okay. So,
but the euros don't work there, right?
They
You
do
got to
not.
have a French, whatever.
correct. French or US dollars probably work too. I know that I've used those before.
They always work.
Yeah, right. US dollars are king. For those of you who haven't traveled with us before, we do a theme night. It's a Singles Travel International specialty that we do, and super fun. And I hope everybody participates. One night we're going to do the luau, or the Polynesian style grass skirts, flower shirts, whatever you'd like. And then we're also going to do a black and white. And I added a little pop of red because I thought that would be a little different than what we've done in the past. So a black and white with red all over.
So just out of curiosity, Linda, these theme nights, is this strictly singles travel or will this be the whole ship?
Nope, just us.
Nah,
It's
you
so
got to
cool.
embarrass yourself.
No, we had so much fun on that Roaring 20s night, Sam. And then people dressed up as pirates. I know the last two New Year's cruises they did pirates. It's so much fun, Renee. I just hope everybody participates because it's really fun. It really is.
So,
It's really
so
fun.
I can't bring my Castro costume that I've used a couple of times.
So anyway, let's continue. Thanks, Sam. If you have your T-shirt, those of you who are new will get a white T-shirt, a Singles Travel T-shirt. If you're not new, bring it along. We love getting some great photos with those. You can read about the weather, some packing tips, prescriptions. So this is just kind of some good to know things. And then this is where it talks about what's included. It's soft drinks, beer, and bottled water are put in your refrigerator in your room. And then on board, they will have select wines, spirits, and beers. Okay. And then especially liquors and liqueurs and certain cognacs incur additional charge. There is room service that's free of charge, and then all onboard gratuities are included for the room stewards, dining, and bar staff, which is nice.
Well, this ship has gotten very good reviews, right?
Oh my gosh, it's top of the line. Yes, it's incredible. I'm so excited you're all signed up for this. It'll be so much fun. And then just again, stuff you can read through. I know, Manya, you talked about it was something, yoga, water, something. Anyway, if there's a talent you want to share with us, like if someone knows how to water aerobics, okay. If you have a talent, let's share it. Let's have fun with it. If someone knows how to do yoga, let me know because I need it. So we want that. Some more stuff that you can read. Play nice. I think we all play nice. I hope we all play nice. So just other stuff that you can read about. So that's the final vacation details. You also have a get ready email that came through that had a lot of this information on it as well, like the ETIS and some other things. So if you didn't get that, I need to know that as well. Let me get back so I can see you guys, see everybody. There we go. Okay, so we went through that pretty quickly in about an hour. What questions? Let me see in the chat if there's any questions I missed. Okay.
Well, from the trip chat, it looks like people are staying at all different motels in LA the night before. So
I think a lot of people are staying at the Courtyard.
yeah, well, different places. It's probably going to be hard for everybody to get together. Just do your own thing the night before with the people that are staying where
16th.
you're staying.
On the 16th, yeah, if you guys want to get on the chat and figure out where you want to go have dinner, or actually I'm going to stop the chat. If you want to go in and figure out where you're going to do dinners, that would be great.
I have a question.
Hey, Linda,
Yeah.
I have a very trivial question. Do you have any idea if there's an iron in any of in the rooms on the?
You know what?
in
I
the
went
ship?
online and I saw what they had in the rooms, and I don't. Does anybody? I know they have a blow dryer.
Ships never have.
They usually
they're
usually
dangerous.
I
don't
don't
do
think
that.
so. Yeah, I think you
So
have to.
wrinkled.
A
You have
hotel will, but a ship will not. They will
Yeah.
iron it for you.
Yeah, you have.
Oh,
to
they
go
do.
have
You
the
can get
iron,
something
yeah.
pressed on the ship. They have
Yes.
a service like a.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will have a
I-
steward who will do whatever you need.
Oh, because
But you know,
you're going to have a suitcase full of wrinkles when you get
Yeah.
there.
yeah. So,
Right.
but yeah, no
Use
iron,
some
but they do have a
plastic,
blow dryer.
wrap it in plastic, it'd be okay. I've been on 40 cruises, and I think there was only one cruise line that had an iron.
Yeah,
In like-
they have.
in
Yeah,
like
they
a
have a lot
special
of.
room.
They use a lot of
And-
amperage. That's why they don't want. Yeah.
It was a steam iron like they use in the dry cleaner. Boy, it was good, but there was a big line.
All right.
They're dangerous to have in your room. That's why they don't have them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Any other questions that we've got before we?
I
sign
do.
off? Yeah. Who was that?
I have
Phil.
a question.
Yeah.
Has anybody experience with traveling with prescriptions to French Polynesia? I've never had problems in the Caribbean with just my weekly packs.
No.
But
You won't.
this-
You should,
Make sure you put it in your carry-on. Don't put it
Yeah.
in your bag.
no,
No,
you
I
shouldn't
mean,
have any problem with your prescriptions.
I
Phil.
never took original containers though.
No, I don't
As
either.
long as it's labeled on the package, shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
I always take a list of them.
Yeah.
From
I've never
from
had a
my-
problem with my meds ever, and I have
That's
a lot. I have a
that's
lot of
way
meds.
to smuggle drugs into a country.
Okay,
You know,
Sam. Sam, I'm going to mute you.
You know me. You know me.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Bill,
Okay.
Bill, I've traveled to over 70 countries, have many million miles. No one has ever even looked at my prescription
No.
meds or supplements.
Yeah, not a
Ever.
problem. Yeah. No, it won't be a
I
problem.
have one
No,
more
I
question.
mean-
If somebody could help me, what
right.
do you do to get your iPhone service in Tahiti? What do you have to go to your phone service and you pay the
Ralph, we'll
roving
show you.
charge or something?
Well, we'll show you when you get to Tahiti. For Tahiti, on the ship, it's included. Wi-Fi is included, but when we get to
Wi-Fi
Tahiti,
is, but not phone service.
Not phone.
Not a
Yeah.
bad
Oh,
idea
yeah.
to call up your provider.
Right.
And
Yeah.
ask them.
Ralph, who do you have? What's your provider?
What do you call it? Comcast.
Oh, okay. So
Xfinity.
Xfinity.
Yeah, Xfinity. Yeah, you're right, Xfinity.
I
You
do
can go
not-
through your,
Yeah, you'll have to call them or go to
Yeah.
the
No, you
Xfinity
can-
store because I don't know if they have a package or not.
I know,
Yeah.
I went to the store the other day. You can go through your account and you can turn it on by yourself.
You have
And
any
you
idea
can
what it
do-
costs?
Well,
It's a
it
couple
tells you what
bucks a
it,
day usually, but you don't
It
go to
tells
the
you what
store.
it
They don't know
costs.
anything. Just go online and they'll call up and they'll help you.
yeah, I would just call
Okay,
Ralph,
thanks.
because
Yep.
each provider's different. I know Verizon's $10, but
Yeah.
you have to sign up
it's $10 a day
a day.
If
and
you
you
use
can,
it.
you can
Right.
turn
I
it
like to use
on
it.
and off
Yep,
for the days you want to use it.
right.
Okay,
But
thank you.
yeah, but onboard Wi-Fi data and is included, which is great.
Yep.
Cool.
Anything else before we sign off?
So
Okay.
this
you.
is our last group chat here before we get on go to LA.
Live, but you can get on chat on the, Singles Travel INTL. But yeah, this is our last official group chat.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, you have my number, service, the 877. If you have any issues, please reach out to any of us and we'll help.
Thanks very much, Linda.
All right, everybody.
you.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see everybody. And it's my birthday on the 17th. Bye.
Happy birthday. I guess we'll get
Bye-bye.
to celebrate with you.
Bye.
Bye.
How do you
Bye-bye.
feel
Good night.
about
Thank you.
gloves as a gift? Never mind.
Sam, bye, Sam.